93.9 WABY. Wow, it's already started off to be a killer summer. And this Wednesday, May 22nd, to Empire Live in Albany is Sebastian Bach, and we got him on the line. Sebastian, how you doing, man? You sound kind of tired.
I just did 5 cities in 5 nights. I drive all night. It's 9:30 in the morning. I'm 56 years old. So there you go.
You're feeling all right. You're feeling all right. Okay. Well, we're gonna just not keep up too much of your time here. Let's start off right off the rip, man, with this new record. Fuzz and I were listening to it, and we're like, "Wow, this is heavy, man." Child Within the Man. You want to talk a little bit about this?
It's crazy to me that in 2024 I have a song on the radio. What Do I Got to Lose is a really popular song on FM radio, and the video's almost 2 million views, and in my world 2 million is double platinum. So
Yeah.
so I didn't know that was still possible. So it's very exciting to have a song on the radio after 35 years of doing this. I didn't know that was still a possibility.
Here at 93.9 WABY, we like to play the singles the band's release, but we're focused on the 90s to 2000s. But we're spinning Freedom too as well, man. That just hard rocking tunes. Yeah, I play the tunes that I like. I really don't have to, I don't want to have to be told, hey, you got to play this song, man. I play the tunes I dig, and I mean, track after track. What did you do digging for inspiration for this? I mean, it's got to be frustrating sometimes to go, all right, I got to put out a record that just really just punches people in the face, and I think you did that with this record.
Well, basically, my inspiration for this record was my own record collection. I'm a real vinyl collector, and I really collect the records mostly from the 70s, I suppose, because that's when I was a kid, falling in love with rock and roll. And I set like a project to myself. Imagine trying to make a record in 2024 that feels like it came out in 78, like Boston or Cheap Trick,
right.
Because those are my favorite records. And Elvis Basquiat, the producer who produces Wolfgang Van Halen and Alter Bridge, Miles Kennedy, and Slash. He recorded the record on a Neve console from 1974 that Queen recorded on, and
there's only a few of those made too. Right.
Yeah.
Dave Grohl bought like the last one from Sound City, right?
Yep. And I did my album Angel Down at Sound City on that board.
Right.
So I've always been into that sound, but then crazily enough, I got Robert Ludwig to master the album, who mastered Led Zeppelin 2 and Kiss Alive and Steely Dan. And so I really did make a album that sounds different than the music that I hear that's out today. It's not compressed, it's not brick walled. It's very analog sounding, and I tried my best to make a record that I would want to have myself. And I accomplished that.
Good. Yeah, Child Within the Man is available on all streaming platforms. You can check it out. And now, do you even like press CDs or vinyl anymore? Or is it just all streaming? Yeah, good.
No, we got a double 45 RPM vinyl that's 7 different variations, and we even have a CD and we have a cassette.
Yes, I see that, people. No 8 tracks though, right?
Well, that's one format that I tried to collect and I gave up on.
Yeah, I see some of them are coming back. I think they're just trying to be retro. Anyway,
Yeah.
the show this Wednesday, happening at Empire Live, and man, let me tell you, people are excited for this show, and I had some winners on the radio win some tickets, and I'm like, you excited? They're like, yeah, I love Trailer Park Boys. so let's dip into that just a little bit. We'll get back into the band in a minute.
Oh, well, that's a ridiculous show.
It seems
On
like
net.
you gained some fans from it when they should be digging your music, but that's okay. So they want to go.
It's a really big show, but then again, I'm on a show called The Gilmore Girls, which is even bigger than that. And then I just did The Masked Singer too, which has a lot of fans. So I do a lot of TV. The next show I'm on is coming soon on A&E. It's called Legends of Rock, and it's an hour-long special on my childhood. One is on Sammy Hagar, one's on Bret Michaels, one's on Dee Snider, one's on Alice Cooper,
Very cool.
and one's on me. And it's like an hour-long, in-depth A&E documentary. And then after that, I'm on Food Network, The Worst Cooks in America.
You don't cook? You're not a good cook?
Well, I might not be the worst cook in America, but I might be the second or third worst.
Well, Fuzz, you got a couple questions for Sebastian, and we're kind of anything goes right now. So here we go. Fuzz, you got something you wanted to ask for to Sebastian Bach?
I do. First of all, Sebastian, thank you for hanging out. I really appreciate that for sure. Now you can plead the fifth on this one if you want to. I'm sure you've been asked it before, but heard a lot of rumors about on again, off again reunion with Skid Row. Can you shed any light on that, or is that a sensitive subject?
Well, there's nothing happening on that front right now, other than me and Rob, the drummer of Skid Row, are in making videos together and hanging out and getting along great. But I'm too busy with my own stuff to even think about that. But
Right.
It would be cool to happen. I think for the fans mostly, but there's nothing happening right now on that front.
Now, when you're playing live, obviously you're going to pull out some of those tunes, right? And you're cranking out some Skid Row. I mean, you don't have to.
No,
These
no,
records,
no, no,
you're doing
no.
your own stuff.
This tour is Foghat only. I'm doing a
yeah. Okay.
Okay. You can come to Empire Live, and I'm doing a full set of Foghat.
All right,
songs.
you heard it here first on
Yeah,
93.9 WABY.
people are
only.
People are loving it. They're freaking. Everybody's loving it. Slow ride. Take it easy.
Nice.
Fuzz, we got anything else right now? You got another question you want to ask?
I got it. Yeah, I got a couple more. So you've been doing this a long time. Definitely royalty of rock, so to speak. Your voice on this new album is still absolutely solid as it's been throughout the years. Do you do anything to keep your voice in shape?
Do I do anything? Yes, I do many things.
Like vocal warm-ups,
yeah.
hot tea, honey.
No hot tea and honey. I sing for 45 minutes every time I sing in public or on the studio, or I warm up for 45 minutes, scales, and there's a way to sing that I've been doing it for 35 years, and it works. And,
there it is.
Right now, I have road pipes, which are different than home pipes, and it's taken me about a month to get to this point. But when I can do 5 cities in 5 nights, show me another 56-year-old that even tries to do that. I don't think any. Most of them do 2 on, 1 off at the most. I just did 5 in a row, and
Wow.
And for the
it's
range of your vocals that you're very lucky at this age, you're saying to be able to still hit those high notes and screams and give them, give the crowd the performance that they want. I mean, I'm not going to
yeah.
talk smack, but man, I think I was discouraged from going to see Guns N' Roses by watching videos, and it's like Axl, still a great performer, but can't really hit those notes like he did used to,
Well, my answer to that would be judging bands on YouTube videos is just not. It's like, do you remember in the 80s when you bought a ticket, it said no cameras allowed,
Yes,
no
yes.
video? There was a reason for that.
Yep,
It's not meant to
yep.
be filmed and analyzed every second of every show. It's
That's a
not.
big problem these days.
It,
I have to agree with you.
and it takes all the mystery out of rock, and it's just stupid.
Yeah.
It's like Kiss Alive came out in 1975. They didn't put out every show of the tour. They put out one album. Like
Yep.
it's like just unbelievable what the internet has done to rock and roll.
Do
It's
you
just
feel I mean, I do. Do you feel like it's kind of ruined kind of music?
yeah,
The element of
I do.
surprise, right?
Number one, the number one thing it's ruined is that when I was a kid, rock and roll was about all rockers being together. Now every headline is this guy said this about this guy, and then they pick a picture of the guy looking like he's shouting at the other guy, and that's every headline, every single headline. When I was a kid, we were in the Kiss army.
Yes.
We were in an army
Yep, me
together.
too.
We weren't. This guy said this about this and this and this. Shut up with
You could
all
say
that.
shut the fuck up if you want. Go right
But
ahead, man.
I didn't. But that's definitely taken one of my biggest missions with this record is I'm bringing the fun back to rock and roll. And when you come to the show at Empire Live in Albany, I guarantee you will leave with a smile on your face. Your fist will be sore from shooting it in the air, just like my arm feels like I wrecked it.
Right. Gotcha.
But I bring the fun to the stage every night, and I feel like that's sorely lacking in today's rock scene. And it's
Yep.
in my videos, What Do I Got to Lose, Everybody Bleeds, me being a Maxell tape guy, and
Yeah, I
Freedom.
noticed the Maxell reference in the
Yeah,
video. Very cool.
yeah.
This is my second time interviewing you, and you may not remember, but I think you will. Altamont, New York, Edgefest 2007. You headlined for
Oh,
a previous radio station that I worked for, and that was an amazing show, almost 10,000 people. And I was all psyched to interview you. And I'm sitting there, and I invited my co-host or one of our radio DJs who I knew was a big Bach fan. And you jumped over the couch, live broadcast, and I'm ready to interview you with some questions. And all you started to do was talk to Mike the Enforcer about his Spider-Man tattoos. Do you remember Edgefest in Altamont, New York?
well, I remember. I remember one very unfortunate incident that happened that day
Uh-oh.
where the acoustic guitar didn't work, and this was back in my kind of still wild days.
Right.
And I said, "Give me that fucking thing," and I destroyed it.
Oh yeah.
And
I
and
remember.
I didn't really think anything of it. Paul Stanley wrecks the guitar every show.
Right. Pete Townsend, they've all done it.
Hell yeah.
Then in the next day, that was a Taylor fucking 12
Oh, you got a
string.
bill. Did
I
you
got
get
a
a bill?
I got a bill for like $6,000 for that
What?
fucking guitar, something like that. And I was like, can I do like a picture, like an endorsement? They're like, no. They're like, fuck your picture.
How you getting out of this one,
give us our-
Sebastian?
No,
You're
no,
fucked.
Sebastian, no, you can't do a picture. No, you can't. That's not gonna get you out of this. You're gonna give us $6,000 for Edgefest.
There you go.
So that kind of cut into my guarantee a bit. But
Yeah. You'll never smash a guitar though. You lesson learned, right?
no, that was it. Thank you, Edgefest. I learned
I'm
the hard
sorry
way.
I didn't think I was going to be bringing up a band memory.
No, that was a great show. But here's my problem, man. When I get on stage and I look at the crowd, my brain tells me that I'm 19 years old, and I act like that on stage, and then I get
Right.
off stage and my body says, fuck you. Why don't you go, hey, idiot, you're not 19, you fucking idiot. What are you doing to yourself?
Fuzz and I are only a couple of years behind you, man. So we feel the same way.
I feel it. I do.
We're new. Fuzz, you got another question for him? I know you had a few lined up. Anything goes with Sebastian Bach, and Fuzz has got some anything goes kind of questions.
Oh, do I have a doozy for towards the end? Somebody, a female listener wanted to ask me to ask a question, but I'll wait on that
goes. Anything
you want me
goes.
to do it now? You want me to do it now?
Do it now. Get it now.
All right. So, this girl named Sylvia asks, "Is it true that you could tie your dick in a knot?"
I knew that was coming.
I was hesitant for him to ask you this question, but
well,
I didn't
anything
really want to
goes.
ask it either, but
And this won't be aired on the radio. This is just something that we were just toying around with.
I mean, I'm not going to answer if it's not aired on the radio. What am I doing?
All right, we're going to air this on the radio. Can you tie
it's
your
going to be aired?
cock-
It'll be aired on my show.
All I can tell you is that I know what Sylvia is referencing. I was Jekyll and Hyde on Broadway in 2000. And at the same time I was on Broadway, there was a Broadway play called Puppetry of the Penis. I don't know. Do you remember that?
I've heard it. Yeah.
I do.
And it was all these like dick tricks.
Okay.
Can I do a dick trick or two? Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
I'm 6'4". Some people think this is my leg. Like
You were blessed.
I'm a big motherfucker. Like,
Have you ever had like a cock off with like Tommy Lee?
Well, yeah.
Okay, good enough. I appreciate your honesty. I really do. Fuzz, that was a great question.
I remember once I was at Tommy Lee's house. We were partying when he was married to Heather Locklear, and he ordered me to hug Heather Locklear. He goes, hey, fucking hug her, man. I go, what? And he made me like, like that was a crazy night. But anyways,
Yes. Were you aroused? Did you admit it?
He's like 5 years older than me, and I'm a Motley Crue fan, and I dig the Crew. I'm a crouton. What can I tell you?
All right, I got a question for you. So, obviously, we're not going to sit here and talk about Skid Row. We're going to talk about what's going on today. Like I said, this new record, Child Within the Man, is the kick in the fucking face that rock and roll needs today. I mean that. If I didn't like this record, you wouldn't be sitting here. And we're that kind of guy. So I'm going to go back to the Skid Row days because I have a point to prove here. You guys were releasing Slave to the Grind. Grunge come in and totally just demolished hair metal and whatever category Skid Row may have fell into. But not Skid Row. You guys came through with a record that even like your most hardcore punk fans were like, holy shit, this is heavy. And then on top of it, you guys took Pantera on tour with you. And I had seen that tour and I was like, whoa, these dudes aren't going anywhere. And the reason I bring that up, Sebastian, is because the child within the man made me feel that way. I was like, wow, he wants to let everybody know he's still here. This is, like I said, the kick in the face that rock and roll needs today. And I don't know. Do you have to like pull inspiration from back then? Does that like,
No,
is there some kind
no.
of bridge between Slave to the Grind and what you're doing now? Because I heard a lot of riffing and a lot of good vocals and a lot of good melodies and just good grooves.
Well, there is a bridge, being that I co-wrote half the record, "Slave to the Grind." My
Right.
name's on all the credits, but all I ever tried to do since the first Skid Row record was make records that I like,
Yep.
and if I like them, I don't care what happens. Like
Yep.
I can only try my best. But you talk about the song "Freedom."
Yeah.
That's my third. This is my third album in a row collaborating with John Five, and I wrote that song with John Five, and it's an homage to my favorite instrument, the cowbell. I love.
Right.
There's a
Yep.
sickness, and there's only one thing that's going to give me the cure. That's the
Is the
cowbell.
cowbell.
And
That's
I
right.
love. And you listen to Freedom. The fucking cowbell is featured in that song, and
Yeah.
all over my album. There's
Are you
plenty
playing
of
the
cowbell.
cowbell? Is that
No,
you?
no,
Okay.
no.
No,
That's
you're not.
Jeremy Colson.
No. Okay. Well, tying this in now.
I am in the video coming out of the grave.
Tying this in though to the new record, I'm looking over the credits and I'm trying to, do a little. Who's in this band now that you're bringing to Empire Live on Wednesday night? Musicians. Let's talk about them. And I saw there was a Bach playing drums.
Yeah, but not my.
So no relation.
It's no. I'm doing so many gigs that I have different musicians for
Gotcha.
different gigs, and my drummer in Albany is going to be Andy Sinisi, who unbelievably, he's the drummer for Frankie Valli.
Oh, that's interesting. Frankie Valli's drummer with Sebastian Bach. That's going to be amazing.
But
wow. How about some of the other musicians?
I hooked up with Andy from Danny Carey from Tool, and I've done many shows with Andy, and he's an incredible Italian drummer. My guitar player is a guy named Bruiser Brody. He's in all the videos. He's the guy in the videos, and my bass player is Clay Eubank, and he's in Hold On to the Dream video. And I got Bruiser from Chris Cale from Five Finger Death Punch.
Cool.
Recommended him to me, and you can see him in What Do I Got to Lose video, and they're a lot younger than me. I can't headbang anymore, and it's so fucking weird for me to do an hour and a half show without banging my head.
And why is that? Is there some type of like neck issue going on there?
Yeah, I did a 2-week tour of South America last month doing all that crazy head whipping, and I came back and I was fucking paralyzed. I couldn't move. I thought I was gonna have to cancel shows, and I don't cancel shows, but I couldn't move. Like my back was fucked.
I think that I can help you out with this. I have a friend, her name is Sue, and she has massaged Bruce Springsteen before. So we could send her over to the show.
I would absolutely love.
All right. Well, we'll see if Sue can make the show, and maybe she'll give you a massage. And it's gonna hurt.
If she's good enough for Bruce, she's good enough for me.
Bruce called her back. Bruce called her back.
Well,
Bruce called her back.
There's some running around on stage and screaming your nuts off.
Yeah.
That does a number on you. So the guys in my band, they can do the headbanging. I'll do this. I'll do the singing.
That's right. You do the singing. So this Wednesday, and how have the shows been going so far? So you've had a few shows under your belt, mostly sold out, big crowds, great crowds.
Yeah, we did Welcome to Rockville last Sunday with Foo Fighters and Motley Crue and Priest and Evanescence, and there was 60,000 people there. You can go to the Instagram page and they're all fucking going crazy for my band.
Yeah, that's awesome. That must be a good feeling.
That was because, those Danny Wimmer festivals don't have quote unquote 80s bands. So for us to be like the only band like that to be on the bill is very, very cool. And maybe, we'll do some more of those, but all the gigs have been absolutely
we just spoke to Rob Halford last week, because actually Priest is playing here Tuesday and you're here on Wednesday, so we got a busy week, and he said the same thing about Danny and how they're taking in some of you 80s and 90s bands and giving you some love.
Yes, yeah, finally. And the crowd fucking when I get on stage, I have a different energy as a front man than all these fucking new bands.
Right.
My shit is more fun. Like, that's, for the lack of a better word. I mean, I just it's a different feeling. I don't know what to tell you.
You've always had that high energy on stage, though. You've always been right out front, though. You've always been.
There's something that the public relates to me, that whenever I walk on the stage, it's everybody smiling and laughing and just fucking hooting and hollering and every time. And I walk out and I look and I just smile, and the whole place.
I know why. I know why.
I don't know what the fuck it is.
I know why.
I don't.
You want me to tell you why, Sebastian?
Okay, why?
Fucking fog hat. That's why.
That's right. That's right. There you go.
Well, people are digging it. The full set of fog hat. Like, I don't know why. I'll never understand why people say, "Are you gonna do some Skid Row songs?" Like, why? What the fuck? What am I going to do?
Of course you are.
What am I going to juggle? What am I going to pull out a hula hoop?
Please don't juggle.
Please,
please don't juggle 3 acoustic Taylor guitars. Please, that's you'll be playing a tour just for that.
I can't afford that. So
no, that was a great story. Fuzz, you got some rapid fire type questions we wanted to ask Sebastian?
I do, actually. So we have usually what I do is I ask 5 questions. Try to give your answer as fast as you can. We renamed it for Halford. We called it the Firepower 5. So for you, we're renaming it the Slave to the 5. It's gonna be 5 questions.
Oh shit! Another Skid Row. Another. Can you make a fog hat reference, please?
Slow 5 doesn't. Okay. So first question is: do you remember the name of your first band?
Yes. Do you want to know what it is?
Yeah, absolutely.
Fog hat.
No, it was called Anthem.
Oh,
that was my first band. Yeah.
What about your first gig? Do you remember where you first played on stage?
Yes, Lakefield College School, Lakefield, Ontario, Canada, 1981, I think, or 82.
All right, if you could take one album on tour with you to listen to, what would it be?
Wow. Oh, I would have to tell you the Allman Brothers' greatest hits.
There it is. Wow, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't. I was expecting Fog Hat.
No, I get tired of that because I play it every night.
There you go. All right. Number 4 is, what was your favorite band that you've ever toured with? Supporting act.
Oh my God. I guess Pantera.
Mine was Pantera too. That was that was epic.
That was my
Yeah.
All right. Then finally, this one's the hard one. Your biggest onstage oops.
Oopsie.
Oh my God.
I think he already answered that question, dude. He smashed the fucking Taylor guitar at Edgefest.
Well, I've done way worse shit than that.
All right, let's get it.
See?
No, I have stuff that, I can't even say,
I guess he's pleading the fifth, Fuzz.
No. One of the big, people say, why isn't Skid Row together? I have this thing that I do where I swing the mic, right? And I've never really hit anybody. Well, that's not true. So one night on the Skid Row, Slay the Grind, I come out and I swing the mic, and I just hear this oomph, and I cracked one of Rachel's ribs.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
So maybe that's why he doesn't like me. kind of a crappy thing to do. So I kind of regret that.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's not good.
Sorry, Rachel, Sebastian. Sorry, in case you're
Yeah.
listening.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty brutal.
Yeah,
Fuzz, are we through the 5?
That's it. That's all 5.
Wow.
Well done. Nice. Thanks, bud.
All right.
Brand
Cool.
new record, Child Within the Man, available on all streaming platforms. Yes, you're going to hear a lot of your favorites, but you're going to hear Sebastian Bach rock out with his new record, man. You got to check it out. Child Within the Man, Empire Live this Wednesday night. Sebastian, thanks a lot, man. I know it's early in the morning, man. Thanks for getting up with us.
It is. All right. I can't thank you guys enough for the support. Thank you guys.
Yeah, man. We'll see you this week, bud.
Get some rest, and I'm going to suggest one thing for you.
Yes.
All right. And you take my advice on this, being a DJ, being a vocalist myself, a smoker, throat coat. It's a tea. It's called throat coat.
I need water and red wine after the show.
Or I was going to suggest water or red wine. That's it. Take care, man. We'll see you Wednesday night.
Thank you guys.
See you, Sebastian. Thank you.
All right. Bye.